Hi, it's Nikki here with energy and emotion. Today's video is about vibration and why it's so important, and in particular with emotion code. We are all energy, and I think those who work somewhere within the energy field begin to understand this concept that everything around us is energetic. And if we go back to our first physics lessons, probably if you remember back in secondary school, we remember about looking at solid, liquid and gas. And this explains for me so easily the effect of vibration. When something moves very slowly, the energy is low and that substance is solid. Now, the easiest thing to look at is water. So if we look at water in the form of ice, those molecules in ice are moving very, very slowly and the vibration is very low. And everything around us that you're looking at, if it is solid, it has a lower vibration. As those molecules begin to vibrate at a higher state, that solid form then changes, so then it becomes liquid. So again, looking at water, it's going from ice to liquid water. And then once again, once those molecules vibrate even more, again the state changes and water then turns to vapor. And if you look at vapor, how light that feels and how it just floats in the air compared to ice, which feels very, very solid and heavy. And that also is the same for us. So people who vibrate at a lower frequency are going to feel much denser, a denser energy about them, more stagnant. They won't move as quickly, probably a lot slower. It takes a lot of effort for them to actually do something. Where somebody vibrating at a higher speed, you can just feel it, that they're much more vibrant, as we say. And this is also why we say, oh, I'm feeling so low, because you were talking about the energy vibration of feeling low. I'm on a high because your energy vibration is much higher. And so with emotion code, what we're doing is we're releasing low, stagnant emotions from the energy field. So if you're looking at grief and anger, anxiety, sadness, all these negative emotions, it's not so much as negative, but I prefer to say them as a lower vibration because nothing is really negative or positive. So we're releasing that the lower vibrational emotions that are stuck within that energy field. And now for somebody who has a lot of negative or low vibrations in their energy field, they're going to feel sluggish, stagnant, and having this low energy about them. They're feeling stuck in their life. And so by releasing these stagnant energies, we're actually going to be raising the vibration. So another way I like to see it is by, if we look at a hot air balloon, as a hot air balloon is on the ground, and then we begin to raise our vibration by increasing that heat, and then by dropping the weights. And as we drop those weights, the hot air balloon is allowed to go higher and higher. And this is also why in emotion code, some people can feel quite lightheaded because it's like suddenly, we're going up in the clouds, our vibration is increasing. Now, the other metaphor I like to use for vibration is a ladder. Now, if we imagine a ladder in a street, and obviously the lower rungs are the lower vibration, the high ones are the high vibration. Now, when we're on those low rungs of a low vibration, what can we see? Not a lot really. We can see probably people's feet, the legs. It's dark. We can't move very easily. We can't see very far. It's kind of like dirty and ugh, not very nice place to be. And so as we try and raise our vibration, and there are many ways we can do this, and let's just talk about emotion code. So we're releasing those heavy emotions. That person is then able to go up those rungs of the ladder. And as we go up those rungs, we begin to see, okay, over people's heads in the street. We can see a bit further. There's much more light. We can move a bit easier. And that the further up we go, we begin to see right over the people's heads. We can see it over the buildings. We can see so much further. We can see the horizon. We can see where we're going, feeling the heat of the sun. It's light, it's clear. We can move. We can run on people's heads if we wanted to. The energy is so much different when you compare to being in that low rung where we can barely move to the top rung where we can move very easily, and it's dark and it's light. And that to me is such a clear image of why we need to increase our vibration. So by releasing those emotions from our energy field, we're able to increase that vibration. And this, just by the fact of doing this, we're able to see much clearer. We'll be able to see further. Decisions become easier. We feel lighter. It's easier to move around. We feel more inspired. It suddenly opens up our world completely. So even if somebody wants to come to work on a specific area of their lives, it actually has a whole effect throughout their lives because of this raising of the vibration. And by raising the vibration, not only are we able to move more easily and see more easily, but also we're able to attract so much more into our lives as well of a much higher vibration. It's much easier to pull in, because like attracts like, and we're going to be attracting the positive stuff into our life. So this is why raising your vibration is so important, and the emotion code, I think, is one of the biggest ways we can do this, and it's just so wonderful. Even when we do emotion code, we actually see that effect of how people are suddenly beginning to feel lighter. They actually say it in the bit, between the beginning of and end of a session. People say, "Oh my God, I feel so much lighter. I can see more clearly. Yes, things are so much clearer in my life." People feel a little bit lightheaded because it's almost like they've almost got this altitude sickness, in a way, as that hot air balloon rises up in the sky. So that's just a really short video, just to give you a few metaphors so you can see the comparison of vibration in the outside world and within you as well, and to see why raising your vibration is so important. If you'd like to know more, hop over to my website, which is nikkihoward.com, and please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. See you soon.